just to reiterate, but even if you see what happened with the yens last night, right? The yens last night,
Yeah,
everything,
yeah. I jump out of my stop loss, yeah.
yeah, everything was still bearish. All the yens sold last night due to
Yeah.
these same structural levels that we would have been
But
watching.
on the plus side,
So,
I get my goal from 3005 around there. So
right, so you catch that.
yeah.
Right. So again, the discussions that we had, that would be it's good to have the discussions that we have then so that you next time I'm sure you might have probably reevaluate or see these cells or
Yeah, I was
because
going on exit,
since
but
it
I was
break
going on
here,
exit, but I'll just leave it for stop loss.
right, and actually seeing further downside momentum, but if USD JPY is selling like this, pairs like Euro USD and GBP USD should continue buying because they're supposed to be inverse each other, right? But so much stuff going around the world, we just have to be patient. The dollar index is crashing now. So what is happening right now? Euro USD mimics the dollar the best. If only they know that, all they know it now. Euro USD mimics the dollar the best. GBP USD, the pound still somewhat holds a lot of strength. So you have to pay attention to what's going on in England, right? How strong the pound is or how weak the pound is. So if you're just going to be using the inverse, the dollar index follows Euro USD better than anything else, which is why Euro USD had a much easier push this morning than anything else. Right? So any questions thus far? Because Marlo would be starting in 10 minutes. I just came to give you all a brief description and to build the numbers faster so that he could start on time. Those of you in the university chat, please try to message those of them who wants a class. Send the link for them. It's free, so just send it out for them so they can see the value. That would be the Trillions University chat because I'm still hearing that there are no classes over there, and it's kind of unfair to them who would have just paid and stuff. Just send the link for them. Let them come on and learn something.
You might not be able to put it in the chat because they might
No,
be
no, no. Don't
on
post in the
time.
chat. Try to
Yeah.
message people individually because I don't know why they're cursing. I've been honest. They don't have any class, so they
I
should
find it
not be
real
cursing.
cousin, but real cousin. Like,
No, they should not be cursing because we the same educators who were there. So this is the same class that would have been going on. You understand? They don't have any classes, so they're just being selfish, dog, in
like
my
you
opinion.
doing them a favor. So like,
Correct.
I real
Correct.
con
So again, that's I have people going on who has been messaging for the last couple of days asking if we have class this morning, and I'm pretty sure they didn't reply or say no or whatever. Just send it out for them individually, and whoever join, whoever don't join, so be it. I'll send a message in the children's chat asking kindly, have they?
Before you think, bro, look, so we live on TikTok right now. Somebody asking if that theory.
See, somebody asking for Terry.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Terry, bro. I don't know who asking, but
I'm out with
yeah,
a
this
ghost
Terry.
name.
So, TikTok, good morning.
Come on, everybody on TikTok. A man say, yo, T-Pips.
T-Pips.
Come on. Alright, so
Oh,
That's well,
for
people.
people on TikTok, he says our forex boss. So we will have members some Yapcans, we will have members some Alpha Core, and we also live on TikTok. So for people on TikTok, what we're doing right now is just giving all it's basically free classes essentially, providing value to the community, right? So what we have is daily classes. We have a copy trading program. But we also have, bro, live classes, copy trading
Live
too.
classes, signals, the copy
Right.
trading program.
Right. So we have all these stuff going on. So this is one of the live classes that we have daily. Right. So we have them morning and night time. And I think we have our stocks class on Wednesdays noon. right? So they have a little preview as to what we does we doing here daily. So if all they want to interested in learning about trading, getting signals, stuff like that, are they free to join the community, right? So for right now, because I already have my thing set up, it's just the link in bio, right? So just click the link and you'll get direct access to me, and then I will assist you to go through the whole motion to get involved and what, right? So they're free to, and I mean, whether you know about trading or not, or you're interested, they're free to still just tune in and get some value. You might hear something that you never hear before if you know about it, or you might get a bit more clarity as to what trading is, or what it is we doing daily. If it is you don't know at all, right? So like that's for the people them who live on TikTok with us here. And morning to everybody who already on the call and all the members and stuff. Right. So if you don't know who I am Marlo. I the guy with the pajamas on TikTok. Right? So if it is, you didn't know. So
With the frog hat.
that and the frog hat. Right? As I'm gonna share that. So I'm gonna clear up this first. That is me.
Right. Guys, so I'll now be taking off my screen. All you know, we have two signals out so far, GBP, USD, floating in profit. This is where I have majority of my lots. Again, reason being, the stop loss is smaller down on the gold and it's more predictable currently. No other reason why, right? And then we are still in holding the gold trade. Marlo, I'm now going to stop sharing my screen. After I show them this, this is the markup, the same markup we had last night. This is what trading is. You draw your drawing, you have your parameters, you set your stop loss, you set your take profit. You don't have to watch the chart again. From the time you do this, just let the chart play out. Whether you watch it or not, the candle gonna go up or down. Right? With that being said, Marlo, it's all on to you.
Alright, thanks man. Alright, let me see if we can get the screen here. Nice. Right, everybody. So oh, this is the screen, right? Yeah?
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, let's see it right now.
It loaded.
Come up, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, so what I do, I write thing on the screen here. That's no. Because there's so much different things I do. The screen come off.
No, it
screen
was
is
We
good.
see the screen, we see the screen.
Okay. Still getting accustomed to these Zoom. They bear with me a little bit. Seen it still, right? Yeah?
Seeing it still,
Alright,
seeing it
wonderful.
still.
Alright. If I could get these guys. 1 second. I gotta send this to the next screen, man. This thing taking up too much of the screen here. Yeah, man. I'll take that. Right. So predominantly what I do is trade gold, right? So gold is a commodity. What it is pretty much, at least in my opinion, is a indicator of what's going on currently in the world essentially, right? So gold more fundamentally driven. So what that means is that based on geopolitics, who warring who backing at and who have wars wherever, right? Is what gold essentially does. It's a safe haven, as they call it. So when the economy uncertain, essentially gold is buy. When the economy, especially the US dollar, because they trade against the US dollar, doing good or favorably, gold is sell. Now what I aim to show you here, as on all my classes, it would generally be the same thing over and over, right? What I aim to show you is the simplest strategy available to trade, right? Everybody have all kind of different things, no problem. I like to consider myself a dummy, so I like to teach how I like to learn, right? With the simplest things. So what I'm going to show on each and every class is a simple, systematic way of doing trading. Now, they say trading is one of the hardest ways to make the easiest money. Yes, because you have certain things to overcome, which would be your own fear, your own greed, I mean, being impatient, stuff like that. But the system itself to actually understand the technicals, looking at the screen, really easy, right? So, or they could get a book, or they could write it down, right? It's a simple set of stuff we do it over and over. And once you can identify them, you will be able to take entries and make money from trading, right? So, the first thing we must do when we wake up in the morning before we look to trade, bathe, brush your teeth, eat something, drink some coffee, come on the chat with a fresh, clear mind. Right? If it is your mental is not right when you come onto this thing, because it is so stressful, it would affect your decision making process, right? And you need to be precise in what it is you're doing. So if it is you're just and feeling like yourself today full 100, come off the chart, right? It's important that you do because you will licks. So the first thing we just do as a professional trader, right? So don't think trading is an investment tool, right? So don't think about it that way. I come to just flip our money fast and thing and thing and thing. It is advertised poorly to you. That is not what trading is. I guarantee you it, because if you do it, you would lose. Most people lose, right? And it's not that most people lose because it rigged. No, we just approach it wrong now, right? So it's eat little, live long. It's percentage based, not money based. So it is not an income source, as you may have heard. You can't use it to make predictable money, because trading is not a predictable thing. It's probabilities, what most likely to happen, right? So the understanding of what it is and how to use it is very important. So I had to understand the fundamentals there. So as a professional financial analyst, as you are, right, you're not hustling, you know what I mean? You know what you're doing. This is a financial instrument and a financial tool. The first thing we have to look at before we take entries is the economics. How we does do the economics, right? We look at something called forex factory. So this is number one. Before you draw any lines on the chart, you want to make sure that the economics, the fundamentals, would not affect you. The economics, the fundamentals, the why behind a candle moving is very important. It don't matter how much line you draw on a chart. If a war break out now, your line's irrelevant, right? That line arbitrary, meaning that it day, but it not really day, right? So it's not that once you touch your line and have to do a thing. A lot of beginner traders just get tired of that now. Once you touch the line, it's supposed to do this. You don't have to do nothing, right? So make sure you're trading aligning with your fundamentals and your economics, right? So like we could see here today, Wednesday 9th, 2 p.m. We have a red folder. The folders you're looking at, because if you go on Forex Factory, you will see orange and yellow and all kind of green and all kind of thing. The red and the orange is what is important. You don't necessarily have to read it. It would benefit you if you do, but if you don't, it's fine, right? You just want to know, this folder here red, don't trade, right? You can't trade news. Those are more advanced things. For right now when you're starting, just duck it. So if you know you're watching news and you know you have a trade running and 2 o'clock coming, block your profit, close your trade. It wouldn't hurt you too, right? Even if it is in a minor drawdown, this might make it worse, right? So just align your trading with the economics. So you come on and you watch economics. This is what it says. Our website. Just watch it. It's red. Don't trade. That is all, right? But it's something fancy. You watch economics, right? So now that we had the economics done and we know, all right, we don't have anything that could disturb the trade without us knowing, so we could run free, we would then come on the chart and we would look for entry points. So what we're looking for, essentially, right? So each candle here is a visual representation of the price of something. Now I'll say it again. The candles here, this is what you call them, candlesticks, is the visual representation of the price of something. This is money you're watching here in real time. So if it is you buy a piece of land and you're waiting for your land to appreciate, you may not know exactly how much dollars or cents your land appreciating every day, every year. We don't know. We will know whether you buy it now and 10 years from now maybe worth this amount. You can't see it. If it is you put your land on the chart and you're trading people land, like we say your name is Matt, right? You're trading Matt land, you'll be able to see Matt land appreciate in real time. So what we're looking at is the prices of things. So this is the price of gold currently, which is $3,049 US for a troy ounce. It's a wheat, it's a oil, it's a timber, it's a anything you can trade pretty much, right? So that is what we're looking at. What we're trying to find is good prices to buy and sell things at. So that is what we're trying to do when the day comes. Find a good price to buy something and sell it at. Now, the beautiful thing about trading is because it's so systematically based, it has always reoccur. So the same people that's buy and sell the same thing. This is people work. It's a game. Right? We looking for it and we just look for it at the same. So it's like a good price for something is a good price for something. Right? Like we say somebody come on and say, an acre of land, all approvals, and they say, bro, I live in the country, give me 10,000. You find the money and you buy that land. No, sir? Because it's a good price. Regardless, the price for the thing is good. So I'm going to make the sacrifice and buy it. So once we have good prices for things, people will always buy. On the chart, we would find good prices and we would call them key levels, right? So how do we find these key levels to buy at, right? If anybody don't understand anything, or they could feel free to stop at any point, right? I was trying peep within the TikTok every now and again. We up 47 people so far. That's great. Let's go, right? So TikTok people, if I answer not late, don't ignore us, right? I was trying to get to if it have anybody and you're shocked on the live, or they could just like answer me on the live now, boy. Right? So we would find these entry points via key levels. So we have a few things or a few tools that we use to find them. So this is what you're going to do secondly. So after you already find you already do your economics and you know this wouldn't affect you, you would then find good prices. The prices that we're looking for identified by the key level, which is the lines on the chart. So the first line I will draw on the chart, or the first way I would find a key level, is by drawing something called a trend line. I will draw this trend line on a higher time frame. A higher time frame meaning the daily is where I would start. The reason I will start on the daily time frame is because what we're looking to identify also is institutions buying and selling this thing. And I will get into that a little bit further. Right? So we pull the trend line. Yeah? Well, the trend line, a little sketch here. Or we go to the ticket here. This is really where it's supposed to be for now. Right? We would identify institutions like this. So what we're looking to do is know when the people who know what is good prices of things, because I don't know which really and truly is a good price to buy gold at really. I don't like fundamentally like that. I don't really know is a good price for oil. You know, like they say oil is $60 a barrel. I don't know if that's a good price or not, right? But banks know, hedge funds know. A hedge fund is just basically somebody who know about the financial markets and they group up everybody money and they trading for it, right? So that's a hedge fund. So banks, hedge funds, pension funds, all these things pretty much the same. Right? They know what is good prices. They know when to buy and sell these things. That a job, right? They are people who study economics, like that they work in the banks and whatever. Like them studying this thing. So what we're trying to do is identify when they decide to buy or sell something, and we want to follow along. Now, to move one of these candles requires a significant amount of money. A candle is moved by money. So when you see it green, somebody click buy. Somebody with billions of dollars, millions of dollars, tens of millions, hundreds of millions. Click buy. That is how the candle turn green. If it is red, somebody with millions or billions decided to click sell. We cannot move a candle. None of us here collectively. I don't even know if Trinidad have enough money to really push this market so far. I did tell how much volume passing through. I think like $6 trillion a day that's passed through this thing. Right? This is how banks making money. Now, how we identify them is by using these stuff, right? This is entry points. This is good prices. This is the information that we have to us. So we would first draw a trend line. This is to one, identify potential entry points, and two, it would also identify the trend of the thing. So meaning that is either the thing going up in value or it going down in value. So if you could see anybody could see that this thing here going up the road, right? It going up. It's appreciated in value. We can see that. If we look right here, for instance, we could see that at this little period in time, this thing depreciated in value. It went down, right? And already that's hard to see. So anybody could identify that the thing going up or down. All right, let's give me 1 second here. I'm gonna check something.
While Mal was checking what he has to check, those of you in both of the trades right now, we are in profit. GU 10 pips up, gold 50 pips up. While you manage all your trade properly first.
So I have um this gold trade pushing up here. So I wanted to see how it looking. Let's say scalp a little profits on it. Come on, updo it. So we actually in our trade right now, right? Yeah, I think Terry did actually send it out and call it. So just checking to see where it reach. Bear with me. Money on the line.
Terry, your price on funding pips moving by?
Yeah.
Mine's going grey and saying coats off by dog by.
Message support, but funding pips is a platform that has fixed everything at work. So if something on your side is off and you email them, make sure under your screen recordings, take all your screenshots and everything so you could show them that it was frozen. If anything is to happen during that time, they'll fix it. The best customer support I have ever gotten with a platform has come from them.
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
And we up in profits. Let's go.
And the other advice I go for all the platforms, guys. So even if it's in TradeX Mastery and all these other things, take a little screen record all your stuff as well too, because you will find few bugs in between these things. So once you get them bugs, you just send it across to them and let them fix the situation.
Alright guys, so we pushing nice in the trade there. I actually just closed in some profits there. That is on the account management, which a few of you all would hopefully subscribe in, and we going up in some profits in the on the prop firm too. So we looking good. Alright, nice. So back to what we was doing, right? Thanks for the little patience. So so what we're doing, as I was saying, is identifying these potential zones, right, that we could identify institutions at, right? So we know where they're taking trades from, right? So we're looking for them, right? So we're finding them via key levels. So the trend line is one. The other way we could identify them is something called support and resistance, supply and demand, right? So remember, I wanted to write it down. Don't forget, first thing we're doing is we're going on Forex Factory to make sure that we don't have any economics affecting what we're doing. And then we also, after that, we come into the daily time frame on the chart. Anything you're trading, it don't matter. And they pull our trend line just to identify cleanly the direction the market going, whether you're going up or whether you're going down, right? Wonderful. So the next thing we will do while being on the daily is we would then look for something called support. So I'm going to put this in the middle here because the people on TikTok, I don't think they could see the far side of the screen, right? So people on TikTok, I ain't forget all there, right? We up 70 people on the live. Let's go. So we're looking at support and resistance. Now, what is support and resistance fundamentally? We would
Malo, 1 second. 1 second. TP1 hit, right? 100 pips. I just would like everybody to move their stop loss to entry, making this trade risk free. Let me see how high this goes.
TP1 hit, boy. We now make money live in front of their face, boy. Hey, oh God, look, even in the elite group, man, making money. Let's go, guys. Hey, this thing's so easy, yeah, boy. And let's make it
100, 100.
Let's go. All right, nice. I feel really good here now, right? Money in the morning. So the next thing we're going to do identify is something called support and resistance, supply and demand. So what is it? So support, it come like your foundation. It hard, right? You can't really dig down on your foundation, right? You can't bust the pavement. It's real hard now, right? So we have support and we have resistance. So support will be on the bottom, right? That's like your foundation, and then resistance will be like your roof at the top, like your ceiling, right? What these things are is the highest and lowest price that something is, or your asset or your commodity, whatever you're trading, is the highest and lowest price that it reached, right? So we would identify it like this. So this is how you're going to draw them. So I just use boxes. The reason why is that trading is areas. Remember, it's probabilities, it's zones. So you're looking at what most likely to happen, where it most likely to happen, right? So we're identifying it. So your support level, which is the one on the bottom here, is the lowest price it reached. So do you see the little wicks here? Right? So it may not fundamentally know about candlesticks, so they have to go back to the basics there. Right? And we would have, but more pre-recorded videos, to be quite honest, I would say that would more benefit to keep going over and over. Right? But you see the lowest point that the market reached wick-wise to the body of the candle, right? So that's where I will draw my support zone. This is the lowest price currently in our trading range that the market reached, and on top here for the see it is the highest point the market reached within our trading range, right? So within here is where we're looking for something to happen essentially. There's the trading range. We're looking for moves in here, outside of here or on top of here essentially. I would identify where exactly we would look for trades, right, as we get further into the strategy. So we identify our resistance levels, the highest point the market reached. So this is the highest price somebody decided to pay for this thing. And this is also the lowest price that somebody decided to pay for this thing within a 1 day range. Well, not necessarily a 1 day range, but within the daily time frame. And if that making sense to you, right? So currently within the little trading time in here, this is the highest and lowest price. These guys decided that they're paying for something. Remember, they know what good prices are. We don't.
Manus, I have a question there, G.
Yeah.
I see when you set up your zones in terms of the candlesticks, the edge of the candlestick and the base of the main frame, right? And you're working within that zone for the daily. How you know, because I've seen it had lower values that it was sold for.
Like
How you know where the daily start? How you know where the daily starting on the graph itself?
Like lower zone like down here and thing?
Like the zone, well, yeah, I see that like, so what make you, I know you're focusing on the daily, but what make you draw your support and resistance lines on that zone itself, particularly that you're using now? But like, how come you didn't use a candlestick before, or like how you know which zone it is to zoom in to focus in to actually make up your grid and your support and resistance lines now?
Yeah, very good question, bro. So we're looking to find these zones. We're looking for where we get plenty little wicks, or where the market do this up and down, up and down, up and down. That's consolidation essentially. So it has been identified by where the market stalled. So you see the market going up here, and then they pull, and then they going up, and you see like right here how it kind of push around, flop around, and if you notice it now, right?
Yeah.
And the market turn around here, and then they flop around here, and then they turn around. So that's where we identify them now. So the support and resistance work as barriers. So wherever you see a little barrier is where you would place the zone. So like for instance, if you come here, you see like how it is this flop around here a little bit.
Right. Inconsistency in the market then is what you're looking for.
Right. The market don't know what to do now. Up and down, up and down, up and down. So we identify by these zones. So wherever you're seeing it is where you would draw your zones essentially now. Yeah?
Okay, I understand.
Alright, nice, man. So this is how we find them, right? So we're looking for something to happen around here. Probabilities. Now the market could only do 3 things. So now we're playing chess. This is a game. Have fun. Enjoy it. Like it could be done. We're playing chess. The market could only do 3 things. It could either go up and continue buying, it could either sell and go down, or it could go sideways. So because we know the 3 things, there's the only things it could do. It can't flip upside down. You understand? So it can't go back to the left. So because we know what only the few things that could happen, we could anticipate what would happen. Now we can't predict. Trading do work like that, right? So nobody could tell you what going to happen. Hey, the price is going to reach so you don't know. Shut up. Right? We can only hope. We have to anticipate what happening, right? So now we understand the trading range. We could look for possible things that happen within here now, right? Because we know the market don't want to break above here. We know we don't want to break below here, right? So we know we're in our box essentially. So what we're doing is using these parameters here to identify potential moves now. Now what we're essentially looking for is for the market to break zones. Now, what I mean by breaking a zone? You see how the market struggle to go higher than here and struggle to go lower than here? If it breaks out of these zones, is a very significant thing. Now, the market has break zones. What has caused the market to break a zone, essentially, or out of a box? Right, so let me go and use back this little example here. What has caused the market to break out of a box is money. This whole thing is money. Trading don't add value to the world. Trading don't have products to help with your health. Trading don't do nothing. Trading is just pure fear and greed. When you come on here, you're just coming here for purely money. You click the button, either you make money or lose money. You don't have no other value besides that. Right? So this is just money. If I ever watch any movies with Wall Street or anything, just greedy. You know, it's money. That's all trading is now. No, you don't commentate it like that, but that's what it is now. So I have people that say gambling and thing now. When I can't break a
that's why you
zone,
have to move with the same.
Huh?
That's why you have to move with the same emotion. I said that's why you have to move with the same emotion when you're trading. If you lost, have no feelings.
No
Think
feelings.
about it. What do you?
This thing don't care about you, you know. You're at war when you come in here. It's you versus the market. This thing don't care about you. Put your money in there and don't know what you're doing now. Bet you take it. With the swiftness. This thing don't care about you. And if you're correct, it is feed you indefinitely. You know, feed you and reward you handsomely when you're correct. Right? And to be able to get money out of it it's so simple but yet so hard to do. Right? And we'll get into that. So what does break a zone to be able to identify a trade is volume, money. Now each one of these candles looks similar to each other, right? No doubt. However, we could notice that some of them are a little bit bigger than others. Right? Now remember what this is here is volume. This is money. People buying and selling things. It are men who have millions and billions of dollars say, hey, what's going on? I like Tesla stocks, I like Apple stocks, and he go into a hedge fund to the bank and he let them know, I want to buy some of that. He give an executing trader in a bank. He have to put your money to work. He had to buy and sell. Right? Up to 87 followers on the live, or they big up on themselves, or they don't know. Let's go. Right?
Malos,
Talk to me.
to the slight right of that zone that you're focusing on now
Yeah.
is our next consolidation zone that you could have focused on to trading as well.
Like here you talking about?
Like from there to the green candlestick on the right.
Yeah. This
Well,
right here. Hit down here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like if
so
you
this
wanted, you could have focused on that as well.
Yeah. For sure, you could most definitely use this as a zone. This is one here, ain't true.
So that the first thing you're looking for the consolidation zone.
So that is the basis of your trading strategy, right? So I will show you exactly how you does use it. It's real easy, bro. Swear to it. Right? So I will show you how you does use it. But that you're very correct in identifying that zone. You need to see consolidation to find the strategy that I showed you to work, right? So that's a good observation there. Right. So to be able to identify when these guys enter in, we're looking at volume, right? Big candles. Now, remember a candle means money, right? So when you see a big candle, somebody who have money selling something. Somebody who have money, when you see a big green candle like this, buying something. You want to identify when that happen, right? So we come in here. There's a month I can check. But I check that trade again. Alright, I take another profits. Yeah. Alright, we up on the prop and we up on the copy trading. Alright, that can rest easy. Nice. So I'll post the results and I'll see what I make for the day. Right. So we identify them like that, right? So what we're looking for essentially is to identify these big candles breaking zones. So we watch them via support and resistance. Now we're on a daily candle, we're on a daily time frame, right? So it might take plenty time for the market to reach up here and maybe never even break, or to come down here and maybe never even break, right? So we have a little bit of doing, but we need money today. Right, I had a guy today, bro. Right, I can't wait until when that happens. So how we does really gain it? So after we set up the basis on the daily time frame, we come down to the forward. You can just make sure and clean up your zone, right? Make sure your lines touching, thing, right? So all that looking good. After you come off of forex factory, which is rule 1, and you set up your trend line and your support and resistance on the daily, which is 2. you come and you sharpen up your zones on the forward time frame, which is 3. We will drop down to the 15-minute time frame, and we would then draw another support and resistance. On the 15-minute time frame, which is also considered a higher time frame, right, is where we would look to find entry points into the market. So every time frame, if we keep going down, is the same thing essentially, right? Candlesticks is make up candlesticks, yeah. So we have 3 5-minute candlesticks to make up a 15-minute. We have 15 1-minute candlesticks to make up a 15-minute. And that type of we have 2 15 to make up a 30-minute, and so it go. Right? So candlesticks inside of candlesticks. So once you go in a particular direction, while it may look different, once the overall direction heading one way, that is where you want to go. Right? The banks and them not necessarily coming down only 1 minute to flop around. Most times, us retail traders, these tongues, we just be the ones that only 1 minute and the 5 minute. Expand your mind, come off for that. If you stay in here, you would lose. If you start in here, you're definitely going to lose. You want to come down near the last. So you start on a higher time frame to identify the major zones. Remember, money does move a candle, right? So the man with the money not necessarily coming down here to do that. They want to watch a lot of volume is what you need to see now. So you need to identify that clearly. So you want to take trades in trends, right? When the market kind of done pushing. You see, when you're watching YouTube and you're watching men who can't trade, they go tell a sniper entry and catch it on the bottom here. It don't work like that. You don't know what's going to happen. The chances of you catching to the very tip is very rare. Right? So don't aim for that now. Look for definite confirmations, which I am going to show to you here today, right? So when we come down to the 15, right? So remember we have the structure coming down. So when we reach down to the 15 here, what we would do is identify the next support and resistance available. So let me say like we partner now talk about there, you would identify consolidations like this here, right? And that is where you would look to mark up your internal support and resistance, right? So you're doing the same thing that you did on the higher time frame, but on the 15 now. Identify zones. Now, the reason why we use major zones, as I say, is take more volume to push past these zones, right? So you could then afterwards identifying those zones come down to like your 1 minute and your 5 minute to execute your trade, right? So let me say, well, this is not the best setup to be quite honest, because we didn't get the thing to show the strategy. So we will take it from right here, essentially, right? So let me say this is a little support and resistance area here. Alright, let me just say this is it here. Cool. So we identify the consolidation area. So this is the next high. If anybody getting lost, please stop, man. Tell me I understand. Right? What we would then look for on a lower time frame. So remember, we already see the major zone and we already identify the trend. So we identify the major zone and we know the market going up. So if the market going up, then we want to go up too, right? We want to follow those guys. So we see little guppies, you know, that fighting up here. Them as the big boys are making all the decisions, right? So we want to go with how them going. So we identify the little consolidation area. So you see it still happen on the lower time frame. We get the little consolidation area, right? On this little consolidation area, so within the big zone, right? We drop down to the 15 and we identify this little area here. When the market breaks this little area, which is volume, remember, volume, money does move candles. We identify a big candle, because if you look at it fundamentally, we have all these little candles here. It's struggling and struggling and struggling, and boom, you get a big one. It's struggling and struggling and struggling and struggling, a big one. Notice I do not have any indicators whatsoever on my chart. Indicators are not necessary. Indicators is for shit tongues. You don't, I ain't fighting nobody. You do not need indicators, right? Indicators that show you what it already have going on. What you need to concern yourself with is the price, the movement of these candles. It will tell you what they're doing. An indicator will show you what this already happened. This have to form first for an indicator to get data. When you get the indicators to predict market movements, it'll show you what already happening. So you don't need an indicator to tell you what's going to happen. You need the price action to show you. We are price action traders. We are good traders. We know what we're doing, right? We don't need no external help. The price, the market will show it hand to you. So we identify the consolidation. Anybody with one eye could see that this candle bigger than all the rest. It's easy to see. This is an indicator of the direction the market heading. Somebody with money decided that they want the price to go up. So they click the button with plenty money. The candle going up. Boom. Right? So that is our first indicator that the price is going to go in a particular direction. Right? So we're using this to the basis of the strategy. So here is a strategy now. Right? This is what we're going to do to make the money. If you listen to nothing else, listen to this. Lock in.
I have a question there, as you mentioned earlier again, right? You see how you see that big major movement with the green candlestick there? I observe to the far left, it have a next major movement down to the bottom there. Where, nah, before that.
Higher or lower?
Before, like on your left, straight across the screen to your left. Yeah.
Right.
I was watching that, right? So if I was doing that and I'm going with that strategy, I would assume that with that big major movement, the market about to go upwards, but it did the opposite.
Give me 5 minutes, bro.
Oh, okay. I didn't recognize that.
Let me cook.
It's a short time zone.
Let me cook, dog. So we coming back. Let me circle this. Let me circle this. We coming right back here, and you would fully understand. So we coming right back here. And then we talking about, right?
Yeah, right there.
Right back here we coming. We're gonna use this as an example. So we identify the consolidation zone, and we see. So this is not the perfect setup, to be quite honest. But let me make it perfect. I'm gonna make this trade perfect here, right? I'm gonna make it perfect. So let's bear with me here, right? I'm gonna rig the system. When the market breaks a zone which requires money and volume, that is our first indicator to take a trade. First indicator. It doesn't mean you are going to take a trade. Terry was on this call with me when we line up the trade this morning. Ask him what I did. I waited for the market to pull back. So here why this is important. Lock into this, please, if you ain't listening to nothing else. When the market break a zone, now this is on any time frame, right? This work in any time frame, but we just use the 15 minutes to execute the trade, right? To make sure that it's valid. When the market break a zone, money went into it, so we want to confirm that but it's going up. What we would then do, right? What we would then do is wait for the market to pull back and retest the zone and close above the zone. So here why it is you're waiting for the market to pull back. This is a break and retest strategy. For those of you who would have been on the YouTube and then looking for information and stuff like that, you'll hear plenty people talking about it. This is where we said about the class, bro, after, right? When it is the market come back, right, and it close above the zone, this is what you're going to do to enter, right? So boom. When it is the market, right, let me say that. So let me use the support and resistance area here. So they realize that when the market doing this thing here, chopping around, it kind of struggling to break the zones, right? That means the support and the resistance is strong. So even if you go back up to the daily, same thing, right? The support and the resistance strong, so it's struggling to break the zones in particular, right? So it can't break it. So if it break it, it's significant. So what you want to do when it breaks a zone is confirm that the zone in particular is a strong zone, right? Should I hold this trade by? What we want to do is confirm that the zone in particular that it cannot break from is strong. So you want to wait for the market to pull back and close above. Now notice, before I come back to it, bro, the market does keep doing. So let me go back on the daily. Right? So remember, trading probability is what is most likely to happen. Right? The market does repeat itself. Right? The market does go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah? It is push, it is pull, it is push, it is pull. Right? So the market don't do nothing new. Push, pull, push, pull. You'll see them YouTube men doing this. Right? Push, pull. So the market going higher and lower, higher and lower, higher and lower. Right? Well, this could be here. Higher and lower. So we know that the market going and go higher and lower. what we want to do is confirm the highs and the lows. Now, before we reach into what we are going to show you here exactly for the strategy, right? Look at this. Look at this here. Every time the market push, it break a high, right? It make a new high. All right, so let me cook here. Simple trading strategy, simple pattern. Market don't do nothing new. There's only repeat. They say the market is rhyme. Don't repeat but rhyme. Right? Watch this here. Hopefully let's see this clearer than I've ever seen before. The market push up to a so-called resistance zone, it pull back. It break the zone, it come back, it retested the zone, and it close above. So now, whenever I hear the concept of higher highs and higher lows, this is what it is. This is what a higher high and a higher low does look like. Right? This is how you're going to identify your proper entry points. Now, if you'll notice, every time the market push, it has pulled back and it is close. This high is higher than this high. This high is higher than this high. This high is higher than this high. We'll be up 150 people on the live. Let's go. Blessings everybody who tuned in on the live on TikTok. Right? What we doing here is we doing a live class from Alpha Core. We have live daily classes that we teach persons how to take trades and enter the markets and stuff like that. Right? And this is basically a strategy on how we just do it, right? So they're getting it for free. If they're interested in learning about doing this, or they could always just join the group, and we would somebody will reach out to you and help you get started. And if you want to learn about this, right? We have a few members in the live class right now. So if you notice, every time the market push and pull back, it is close higher. So this high higher than this high, this high higher than this high, this high higher than this high, right? So the market going up. So what we want to do is confirm whether or not the market is going to indeed push up. It is confirm that by closing higher. Everybody understand that? Part one in each other fully understand that. It's very, very important that you do understand that. Alright. Wonderful. Right. So the market, when the market pull back and close higher, that is where you would enter. Like the market still pushing heavy. I see I know again next alert. Gone. Monster trade here. Right? The market close a little bit higher. So what we want to do here in our little trading range is confirm that, bro. So you see like how we now identify that. That is what we want to confirm. The market close and above. So it don't always look clean, but the market did close a little bit higher above the zone here. That is what you're going to do, and that is the entry point. When the market pull back, you want to wait for it to close higher than before. So you want it to close on top of your little area here. That is your entry point. This is your strategy. You are going to enter here. You are going to enter here. So once you identify your zones, you identify a consolidation area, the market breaks out, you are going to be patient. You have to wait on your trade. Ask Terry, we sit down and we watch all them red candles form before we enter. We didn't just enter because we see this. We wait. If you do wait, if none of these things line up for you, like you don't do anyone, like if you don't risk properly, which you will have to get into. So if you don't put enough money for your account size, if you're not patient and you don't have a good strategy, you are going to lose. Even if you have a good strategy, right, and you wait for the move, but you put too much money on the trade, you will still lose. You know what I mean? Even if you're risking, but risk management will save you, but they will still lose. Even if you risk properly, right? And you have a good strategy, but you wasn't patient on the proper entry, you will still lose. So you need to have all these things lined up, and that is where traders struggle. That is where traders struggle, right? Remember, this thing hit the 78% and gone, and anyhow, right? So for you here, bro, right, to come back to validate your thing, right? and to show you the strategy in action. Let me say we identify your support and resistance zone, bro. Right? Let me where zone is here. Let me say there's zone here. Right? Cool.
That's not it.
Right?
Sorry. Marlo,
Talk to me.
TP2 hit. We looking to hit TP3, 250 pips floating, bro. We up in the numbers, bro.
God,
We up in the numbers, bro.
God, bro, that going straight up. That monster, bro. That's going straight.
Banger, bro.
Boot up. Let's go. Yeah, if all they feel it hard, easy, that's going straight up here, dog. This going all the way up here, dog. Or you can hold that quite up there, dog. What should the daily doing? With the daily reject and shooting, bro. The forward, sorry, the daily gone, bro. That gone, bro.
Go on, bro.
That's crazy. I mean, even hold that trade, eh? I real then.
Serious?
No, boy. I mean, hold it, boy. I
Man.
close, boy, brother, boy.
That small thing, you know what I like? We could come together on a call, mark up, see the same thing, and call a banger.
Bad trade, we call it, boy, brother, boy.
Bad trade.
Bad trade, dog. And this trade call right before they come. I think Terry sent it in the group there.
Yeah, they get it, and they get a buy limit too, so everybody
Yeah,
get the same entry.
Monster trade on the goal there. Let's go. Right? So that is so right. So to thing it there, bro. Right? To refine what it is you see or you're talking about, right? So because you identify that is beautiful, what it is we identify here is that even if the market break now, the next time the candle come down, it cannot come down in heavy. So it didn't stay above the zone. Understand? It cannot come back in. So we get a better example because this one still kind of sketch. Still kind of sus. Let me see if we find a better one. Nah, this one was lickable too. This one was lickable. I always struggle to find the examples though. See if I find an example. Is this one? Right, we will use this as an example there. Right? So let me say there's really little read share we trading, right? There's really consolidation, so we identify this. So remember nothing here happened. The hindsight. Right? So we reach here. So we see we consolidation area, we identify that. We get a big green candle. So that's the first indicator. So you're looking good. Yeah, boy, dog, boy. Right? So we use them here and here. Right? So I'm going to put it in the middle here for people on TikTok. So this is why you're waiting for your strategy to play out, and this is why you're waiting for the market to close above your zone. So you see the market buy here. Right? Now you may have been able to enter here, right? So it's possible they could have still lose this trade. People don't tell you that they could lose. They might have lose this one, right? Because the market close here, you think it might have shoot. No, I would not get catch because this would have been like a evening, a morning star pattern to me, so I might not get catch with this one here. However, you get a big green candle here. So this is the strategy not working, and this is why you have to wait for your move now. And you have to wait for candles to close. When you're trading, rule of thumb, do not enter a trade in the middle of a candle. For the more experienced traders on here, I'm very sure, almost certain, that a trade looking like it's going to do something, and then in the last minute, it do the total opposite. Right? That is because you're in wait now. It always have a little bit of, you know, we have 180 people on the live on TikTok now. I blessings, big up TikTok people one time. I appreciate all of you for being here, man. Right? Or they join the group, link in Mario, reach out if they want to get started on learning to trade and that kind of vibes, right? So the market break the very first indicator and then it pull back. So you might have to pull back to the zone. But when it pulled back to the zone, it didn't close above. It break back through the zone. That is how you know you're going to escape your trade, bro. That is what it is you're thinking. Right? So when the market break, when you see the consolidation, you line up your trade nice. The market break the zone, wonderful. And then the market pull back to the zone. But when it pull back to the zone, you have to wait for the candle to close. So if you wait for the candle to close, now it's going to reject you, you know, it's going to fake you out, you know. Right? But you have to wait for the candle to close. And when it closed, then you would make a determination what happened. So you saw it break back in. This is how you're going to weed out all the false breakout. This is called a liquidity sweep, a liquidity grab, a stop hunt. The market do this for spite. It induces you to buy.
And all you just know when the candle closes, that is when the tip does close off. And,
Yeah. So like you see in the bottom here, you're seeing 1 minute. So on the bottom right here, you could click this little settings. I think one of them things you could click down here, boy, something here, right? And you can put on candle close. So you would see the candle timeout, right? And you wait. So I would sit down for this last minute and 15 seconds, and then you trade
and watch it live.
And watch it like a hawk. Hey, your money in here, bro. This is it's so easy for you to lose your money, dog. This thing's so easy for your money to go. You're most likely to lose your money. So you have to do everything in your this thing out to get you, you know, bro. This thing not designed for you to win, right? This thing is designed for you to lose, bro. So you had to play chess and play defense at all times. Do everything in your power to protect capital. Afraid to lose your money, boy. Right? Don't study all where you could get. Study where you could lose. If you keep losing money, your life will get worse because you're bleeding out. You don't know how no money already. You're done here looking for a better way. What sense it make you're bleeding out extra money? Get money you don't have, you might as well keep that. Right? You are continuing out. Somebody's time out there. Okay, on here. Oh, they still see me here?
Yeah, bro, you're inside.
Yeah, seen it.
Right. Well, this man teaching you children, hey, ooh, hey. Right. So this is what it is. You want to do: protect capital, right? So yes, we have to be aggressive. Yes, we're here to make money, but because you're most likely to lose money, the ideal thing for you to do is to try to hold on to it and build slowly and gradually. Now the money go come, but it define by how much money I have to now, boy. You understand? So trading is percentage based. If you look at anything trading, they go tell you about percentages, not necessarily how much money I'm going to make now. They go tell you how much percent up, right? So if you get 10% for the month, they don't have nothing. No investment fund and gain 10% a month consistently like that. Like we talk like banks and things now, right? Even like but if you have plenty money and you gain 5% for the month, but you have a good amount of capital, you will see your money now. So the small money into trying to flip it don't really work now, man. It's not something people like to hear, to be quite honest. And I understand that, you know what I mean? No, trading is a thing that because we're in a weaker currency, it's been hard to fund with in any significant proportion. Right? If I tell you $1,000 in your account, which is still about 8,000 TT, and it's still a small account, they can't put it. They don't have 8,000 to show in there. I understand. Now, when we get the money, that's convert nice because we in a weaker currency, but we had to understand where we are, like realistically where we are and who we are now. Right? We are in a third world country and a weak currency playing with the US money. We don't have the adequate funding to make the kind of money, but we can. Right? We have prop funds, we have things. When you're coming on with your 100 and your 200, please understand what you're doing and where you're at now. Right? Don't try to turn your 100 into no million because you have bills to pay. You would lose the money. And you would lose the money because you're already losing the money. I beg you to please understand what trading is. It is not an income source. It is not a guaranteed form of income. While you can make significant money, you can make it fast. It can be somewhat consistent. It isn't guaranteed, and you can't put pressure on it. You have to come here and take what the market gives you. You can't take money out of it. It's a very unpopular topic. People don't like to hear it because we have money to make, we have bills to pay. But I assure you, and almost everybody here with that mindset that we have, nobody making money because of the way you're looking at it now. You're not making it. So then if you're not making any money, like face the fact, I'm trying to flip $100 account and I'm going to lose $1,000 accounts, right? Before I'm going to be finally make $1,000 on one. You're not making any money doing what you're doing. So that means it's not making sense. Do what needs to be done, which is this. If you have small money, you have to understand that you have small money and build and grow sustainably. You will get the money. You will get the life you want. It will come to you. I assure you that. not in the manner you think you're going to get it, and maybe not in the time frame, right? Do you go spend 10 years looking for that one thing to get that quick flip, and in the 10 years you could be taking your time and growing. You done 10 years in the hole already. You done live how you live for the past whatever. One trade can't fix your problems. It don't work like that. So please understand what trading is, and understand where we stand in trading, and adjust accordingly. And I assure you, I could promise and guarantee you that if it is a change your mindset of what it is, right? You even it does sound good, but you even lower your expectations. Then you will find more profits. Think about it for the more experienced ones. You ever enter a trade from a low lot size and see how comfortable you feel? You just throw it out there. You do a wish wash, right? Let's pay a low lot size on my thing. I ain't make no money really, but I ain't feel no how, right? That is what your trading supposed to look and feel like. You see, when you enter a trade and you're panicking and you can't peel yourself away from it and you can't cut ties with that trade because you're too much, you're over leveraging problems. We up 200 on the live. That is like blessings. Right, big up everybody on the live. Right, it do sound good. Nobody want to hear it, but it's the truth. If you don't want to listen to what I'm telling you, it's fine. You can keep chasing that, but I'm telling you, I go meet you here some now and you will be no better off. Right, so just be aware of what that is. Right. So pretty much that is your trading strategy there, right? As we go further along, I would add more things, but I'm not sure like how much people like reoccurring, so I don't want to add too much because there are other things you could use. Like for instance, this morning, I did use the Fibonacci, and that's how I was able to hold the trade. The Fibonacci is something that you could potentially utilize in order to find entry points and stuff, right? So like how this market make a deep retracement, it came back to the 78% level, which is the golden zone, and we got a big move off of it, right? So this is other stuff that we could incorporate into the trading strategy. I don't want to get too much into them thing now. I don't know. I want to confirm a lot there now, right? But that's pretty much a strategy there. Look for consolidation. Your indicator firstly is a big green or red candle, because it go both ways. You wait for the market to pull back, be patient, sit down on your hand till it does. Let it close higher than your last low, and then you can enter here. Once you get the candle close and it wick, take the trade. It go flop around, it go do your kind of thing. A bull market is on the shake off. If you're right now, bull, I would just look in the shake off, and you will get the shake off. Don't study that. Hold that trade until. And I still improve. I don't the world's best trader, so I still have things to work on. I just have some big stink trades right, that I do close. Right? I called this trade here this morning. I did it on the copy trader. Well, Terry was on the call with me here, so you would have sent the trade there for like we saw and we watch it together. Right? And all now, so I up crazy money. I still make decent money, but you know what I mean. So what they could look into is probably the prop fund. Right, that would be able to allow you to leverage properly to take, you know what I mean, bigger trades and to actually make the money. So that's something you could consider. For now, if you're taking trades with your personal capital, fund with, you know, wherever you can afford to lose, obviously, and just be content and consistent in it, and as grow your capital, right? Play the game is an investment too, right? So it's something that you build a portfolio with over a period of time. Every month you look for a sustainable percentage, so don't put no pressure on yourself now, right? For me, I just try to aim for about 2.5% for the week. That is like about 10% for the month. That kind of doable. And I mean, not every week and all you get a 2%. That's still another guarantee to you, right? But 2% of how much of your money you put out is still decent now, but you could do something. And like for my personal students, what I tell them, 25 US a day is minimum wage, and it's more than minimum wage, right? 200 minimum wage is $164, $164 TT dollars, right? But if I can make that $164 TT dollars in 5 minutes without leaving home, or without paying tax, or without having to go out there and travel, I win you. Because if I make your salary for the day, your minimum wage, and I could go on the beach for the rest of the day, I win any, bro. I had time freedom, right? So it don't take much to live, right? Let me say you make an extra for the whole month, and that's 125 US, and let me see what that gonna look like, right? 125 US divided by, we have 20 trading days in a month, right? That is $6.25 a day. Now this is how I does teach my people, $1,000 extra for the month, right? It's not sounding like much. It's $6.25 per day on the markets, right? It don't look like nothing. You can get it out of your $100 account, It don't look like nothing. But if you do it every day, you'll get extra $1,000. An extra $1,000 in your grocery won't do nothing for you. You can buy a tire, boy, a brand new tire instead of no foreign use, boy. You can buy extra pants and shoes, boy. You can't buy no extra Pampers, boy. Right? Extra $1,000 going on. I'm gonna buy a box of Pampers and some wipes in me or Pampers and something and milk. And that can do nothing for you then. And you can't fix nothing. That extra $1,000 is $12,000 saved that year. From just doing this, you come and get $6 a day. Right? $6 a day in the market. You save $12,000 a year. You have no savings. You have no savings. You don't have $12,000 saved right now if problem take it. I'm sorry to be this harsh at this point, but we have to understand what we're doing. So you can't save, you can make $6 every day and save $12,000 for the year with no savings from just doing this. That you telling me. You have to make $1 million every day. You won't. Take all your time. Come here, be patient, be grateful, and you would grow. And that's what I'm saying now, but it's a 12,000 compounded over a year or two. Because once you're in there, they had to live. Right? So you're going and be here anyway. You might as well do unnecessary to grow now, but right? Before I ask earlier, I see a question on TikTok, yeah? Let me see if I can answer that guy, and then I'll take questions from the class, right? They could think about if they have any questions in the meantime. So we go take. I don't want to run the class too long. I know people have things to do and all too. If I had to make $18,000 a month, yeah, that real money, bro. You know how much money I need to fund an account to guarantee $3,000. You can't guarantee anything, my boy, but you would need substantial capital to be able to tell you, for sure now, boy.
Marlon, I could touch on one of those questions, though.
Yeah, you seen them?
I ain't really seeing them, but they could hear me from here.
I believe so, yeah.
I want to touch on the person. What's the question that they asked about the 18,000? What he talking about?
Right,
TT? Yes.
I have to make 18,000 per month, right? So that's 3,000 US a month essentially. He wanted me, let me say. How much money I need to fund an account to guarantee 3,000 profits per month?
All right. Well, yeah, no guarantees. That's number one. But if he has $500-$600 and he is able to pay us to get the knowledge from us, and he could take out a prop firm with a 100K account, and he's able to pass that, and he makes 4% a month, he would have been able to accumulate that 3,000 USD dollars that he's speaking about through a prop firm. So using the prop firm, he could, I think, he mightn't be able to do it every month, but he'll be able to make close to it. He'll be able to make close to it using a prop firm where he could make 4% a month, 1% a week. That is the power of the prop firm. So I want people to really understand the prop firm. As you say, prop firm is there for you to leverage your money. All you have to do is take your time, pass the exam, leverage your money, 1% a week, bro. And he could make that money.
But what's our prop firm though? I'll probably join later. I don't know what's our prop firm.
Marlo, you touch on that one.
Yeah, so Trini Farmer, you hear that, bro? So here what to do, bro. If it is you're interested, just click the link in bio, join the group, and we will deal with it and explain to you. We up to 144 people on the live. Thanks to everybody who turn up and supporting what we're doing here, right? So I appreciate all the on the live right now. Yeah, Trini Farmer, just join the group, bro, and we'll deal with it, right? But essentially, you're using a prop firm. So a prop firm is international companies essentially that would give you capital to trade with, providing that you can show them that you are a profitable trader, right? So essentially, what you would do is pay for something like a challenge. It's called a challenge, but it's essentially like a test. You would pay for the test, right? And once you could show them that you could make a percentage gain on your account, or essentially just make money from trading, they would allocate you capital. So for instance, the smallest prop firm, for the one that I just use in particular, right? Terry, they won't have recommendations, but for the one that I use, it will pay, let me say, $50 US, and if you pass the prop firm, you pass the test essentially, you will be allocated $5,000 US to trade with. So in my case, I paid $2,100 TT to get 50,000 US dollars to trade with, and so I could leverage more money. So that's what they could look into, right? Is just basically being able to use other people's money to trade. So you pay for the test, which is relatively small, and once you could provide or show them that they could make money, you will be able to get significant capital. And the beautiful thing about it is that you don't really have to know how to trade on your own for now. You could just follow me. Right? So if you want, you just join the group, right? You take these signals and you will pass your challenge. Right? I'll show you that. So you could join the group, and I mean, come on, you're still learning. This is live classes. We do this every single day, or on TikTok especially. You just have the privilege to see it right now. We will do more of it because the guys and them say they want to pay it out, for free for the time being to the the people on the outside. You join the group. You can click the link in my bio, jump in, and we will help you get set up, right? So you could start. We'll get you set up on all the stuff you need. And we will also give you the signals to be able to pass the prop firm challenge. Right? You would pass with these signals. This trade alone here going and put you up. Right?
Marlo, one thing, if you could share our group chat, right? I just shared something. So you could share your screen, show them it if you have you just use WhatsApp web.
Which group chat is this now? Which one?
No, sorry, Telegram web, our group chat.
Okay.
Just at the end of it. So you can show them that picture. There is a little something that I just,
Are they
just
seeing it? Yeah?
doing there.
Is it? Okay, right. Nice. Are they seeing your screen, right? Yeah?
For now, I see in your goal chat.
Okay, I'm going to see if I had to come off.
You could share it on the
I get it, yeah.
on the class as well. You could share it on the class as well.
I think I get it, yeah.
For those of them to see.
I think I'm supposed to be seeing it there. Right, yeah. Seeing it there?
Right, so essentially that is how a profit split looks on our prop firm.
Right, so people on TikTok are just seeing what it is they could earn. This is everything here is US, so they're seeing, right? And they're multiplying this by 8. So any price you see get multiplied by 8. Yeah? And this is some of the percentages that you could get, right? So you see this is $100,000 account balance US, right? That you would essentially have to trade for yourself. Right now the profit split for him right now is $3,400 US. Right, so this was like not like 1 or 2 trade you take, bro.
Yeah.
Something so.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
so we have 268 on the live. Let's go. Big up on yourself out there one time.
That 268 had to join the group, bro.
They will join a show time. Rare people there.
What lot size you use to trade with prop firm to normal trade to pass? What lot size you use? Normal lot size or different?
That would depend, bro. That would depend on your stop loss per trade.
Oh, okay, right. Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
Marlo, yes.
Marlo, you can also share that one. This is a student testimonial. Let them see how much the students just make more money than the teacher sometimes,
Where we which one we looking at here? Back in
Announce
Telegram?
forwarded it.
Okay.
The students just make more money than the teacher sometimes. This is what she made for the day, bro.
Alright, so this is somebody who subscribed already, yeah?
Subscribed already, bro.
Alright, so this is a subscriber here, somebody who already in the group here. And this is today's trade?
Today's trade,
Alright,
the
look at
days,
that
bro.
on there.
Look at the days, bro.
TikTok. Look what somebody make today.
Wait, now, Terry, this is the same woman who built her account from the 500?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
She started off with $500 in a way.
Real results,
Very
real
good.
people, bro. Real results, real people. No bots.
Alright, so let's see, all the people on the live, the 272 people we have here, and see that we have 4,700. Somebody built this account from $500, taking the signals. Alright, so it is quite possible. Alright, so let us link up, tap in, and if you want this more information, it's fine. Right, nobody in pressure, nobody for no money to join nothing. Right, it's up to you. But this, just for the information, just reach out to somebody who will help you and give you more. So let's help you set you up. So I know people that's always be studying about how much money and thing. I mean, we here to help, right? I care. I like if more people make money around, they would essentially help you make more money because now you know more people with money, right? So like if everybody here have money, what do you team gonna look like, boy? If everybody have money, what do the investments would look like if everybody have money? You know,
Malo
so
correct, and all of us could come together and be just like the white people and make millions together, bro.
I mean, so the people at the top let's collaborate, people at the bottom let's compete. Yeah. So tap in everybody here to assist everybody in getting started. This is something that, and for the persons who know me personally, or they would know that I used to do this for free. And I used to have free class. I don't even know if they know that theory. This what I doing here. I used to do this for free. I said, let's come on and let's give me this knowledge now, right? So that's how much I care about all it. And that's why sometimes I be a little out of time and can I talk to you because I really want to see how they do good, right? And the hardest thing to fight is we self. We never overcome ourselves. We want to do this, we want to do that. We always have all these big dreams and we never do it. Like do the thing now, boy. How much time you feel you have on this earth, boy? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, yeah. Right? A guy told me this years ago, and I never forget I passed that, right? And so for those of you who know me, I have a car wash, I have a physical business too, right? So you come on the wash and we know people that's always talk and I always open to hearing things. So you say, now this could go for male and female, but in his case he said it was for males, right? But for a man, but it could go for anybody. So you have 4 parts to your life, right? So you have is 0 to 20, which could be your learning years. So 0 years to 20 years is a child, you don't know nothing about the world. So you're still figuring it out. 20 to 40 is your earning years. This is the time that you have to actually make things happen. You have the most amount of sense and the most amount of physical strength to get things done. 40 to 60 is your legacy years, right? So your legacy is your children get big, you might be done retire, you might be done thinging, and then 60 to 80 is your departing years. You're old and you're ready to go. Based on your age, where in life are you? Where is in life? So 0 to 20 you're learning, you don't know nothing as a child, you're still figuring out the world. Everybody who passed that age will understand what I mean. Right? People who 20 feel they know everything, you knows nothing. 20 to 40 is your earning years. That's where most of us are at right now. We have the most amount of physical strength and we have the most amount of knowledge about the world to get things done. 40 to 60 is a legacy. You're supposed to be winding down. What did you do? You can't know when to start certain things at 50. I'm not saying they can't, but realistically, they will be real. Right? Certain things you're not going to do at a certain age. You know what I mean? You're not now want to look in a girl. You're not showing shade for anybody doing that, but you don't want to now be looking to go and do that and push Charlie. You know that type of way? So 40 to 60, legacy. Right? Where you put on here. And then beyond that from your 60 to 80, you get old, you're ready to go. And these and them give out on you already, you sit down here with your children, you go and try and get big and thing. Based on what I now tell you, where in your life are you? According to the Bible, so we're not being religious, right? But we just going with that. According to the Bible, they give you 70 years to live. Most people don't live much beyond 70 years. And if you do, what quality of life do you have beyond 70? Even if you're alive, right? So if you only have 70 years, like we say, 70 good years, but we don't know the vast majority of that irrelevant, because like all when you use 5, 6, 7, 10 going to school, like that the time already count, Okay, you can't actually do anything, right? Based on the amount of time you really have, at 35 years, you don't live half your life, you know. Blow your noggin there. We don't have much time here. So when you sit down waiting for things to happen, nothing gonna happen for you. When you thinking and feeling like if it is, you know what I mean, you're waiting for something to fall in your lap, not falling in your lap. Bro, you're done falling in your lap. If you only have 70 years and 35 years is halfway through, they're going there just now and you ain't do nothing, boy. So, boy, that's too hard to do, boy. I can't learn now, boy. I think and then you just change your channel and you continue living the life that you're living. You didn't do nothing great. This is why I just be on TikTok in my pajamas and my frog hat, and I don't care about your opinion. I'm not here forever. I gonna
Correct
dead
is
and leave
right.
all you. You know?
Correct is right. It's true, you say, because a lot of people have the knowledge at free hand and wouldn't take the opportunity to
Yeah.
grasp it
Yeah.
and would just sit down and dream in our bubble, hoping for something to happen when you had to go out there and get it.
Grind,
Try.
bro. Grind.
Try. You had to try.
Grind. Right? People for on the call there, I'll have any questions. We up 292 on the live. Big up all yourself. I'll just share the live. Like it up and share the live. Anybody have any questions? Some in the group here about the strategy or anything?
Do we need to pay to join your group or?
Yeah. So Terry.
Yeah, Malo, check, go back on the group chat and let's pull up the flyer for everyone to see. I think we just take our little stop loss here, but that's okay. When I bang out, we lose our small trade. So it go.
Yeah, that is like the least. Where the flyer? Is it here
Right there. Yeah. So y'all could see it here. Right? We take payments in crypto. Currently, we're trying to facilitate those of you who would like to do bank transfer.
Yeah, let them know. I'm saying if you're doing the bank transfer, there's no problem. You'll accept it.
We'll accept the bank transfers, no problem. So we'll accept the bank transfers, right? We sell the crypto currently. Crypto is hard to get right now. So the demand is high. We sell at 8.5. Forgive us, right? But we have to do what we have to do because there's a very big need for it and you can't get any and anywhere right now. It's very, very hard to get. It's very
Pretty much
valuable.
only
Some
traders
people,
just produce crypto.
correct, and some people willing to pay 10 to 1. That is just the truth. Because it's hard to get. So we take it in crypto because we ourselves, we want to keep our money in crypto. Me personally, I have a crypto wallet, so I buying up crypto right now because crypto is low right now. And I sure by Christmas crypto gonna be up. So my money working for me. So crypto, 100 USDT a month, and all you're getting a lot from us. So you're getting how to learn how to trade forex. You're learning how to trade crypto. You're learning how to trade stocks, local stocks, international stocks as well. And Malo,
It's
for
not
those
we
of you
know
who
we
know
now crack
Malo,
300 on the live, bro.
300
on the
live.
live.
Let's go.
300 on the live. Let's
Right. So
go.
those of you who know Malo, he also does e-commerce. We're gonna put that in this as well. Is the price gonna change? Nah, the price not gonna change. 100 USDT a month, and
It's
that's
not.
final. We're not
Somebody
trying
said
to
they're not
make
seeing
that
the
killing.
flyer on TikTok. It'll be bigger or smaller for you, official J. Bigger for you or smaller for you?
I seen it
I
clear.
know, but here on the
I have
live
seen
now, I have the live shared as for phones, so I on the top half of the screen now, so I don't know if it'll be smaller for him. Let's
Okay.
just click the link, bro. Right, click the link smaller.
Yeah,
Okay.
click the link and they'll get the flyer and all information in the
Yeah, just
chat.
click the link, bro,
Let them click the
and
link.
jump in. Somebody will smaller still, boy. I doubt it'll be smaller.
Nah,
still.
bigger actually. I want to see it bigger. I can't see
Go
now.
on go on the live and I can if I go on my own live, it will start to glitch out.
Let me check the live. Let me check the live here. But while I'm going on the live, guys, all you're learning crypto, forex, stocks. All you're going to also get information on
I
e-commerce.
say
We
that
come
good,
in
say
with
that
that.
good.
Right? Right now we have copy trading going on. We just started the copy trading. This is a little piece of information. We didn't put it out there yet. Coming soon, we'll have a hedge fund too. So all you don't worry, anything, all you need, we coming with it. All you could make money passively, all you could learn how to do it. We come in with all the ideas, every single idea, all you want. We also have a group for our VIP members for suggestions. So if you want to learn how to do something, we will have it there too. If all you want to learn how to market, guess what? We know how to do that too. Anything all you want, we know how to do it. Anything all you need, we know how to get it. Right? From crypto cards, bank cards from America, everything. Any and everything that you all need to know, we know how to do it. And if we do know how to do it, we'll find out. So they're not just paying for trading and stocks and e-commerce, or they're paying for everything that we would have learned. I'm 26 years old, man. I was 30. Richard is 38. The other
And
educator
on
is
that note,
33,
right? So
right?
for those who don't know, right? I am 30, but for the last 10 years, I've been working from home. So
10
I ain't
years.
really had no job and thing now.
That's not 10 years, bro. So
Yeah.
that's
Since 20
crazy, bro.
years, since
So
20 years I am. I kinda cracked the code technically.
can't, bro, you crack the code, and we're gonna help everybody else crack the code.
Trading is a job.
Yeah,
You
and bro,
know
it's
what
not
I'm
even
saying?
trading. And I tell you, it's not even
Serious?
just no, it wasn't even trading.
It's
Right?
the digital
Yeah,
world.
it's a digital world essentially. I'm like
I
my
want
my
things.
wife. I'm home and have I 11 month old son. We home every day. We don't do nothing. I mean, I like it. I mean, when we done it, you guys go on the beach everywhere. I could go and eat anything anywhere I want right now. You know what I mean? And it's not a
I
flex
want
like that,
things.
but it's
I
just a
want the
shit.
strongest Avenger.
It's just what possible now. It's quite possible, right? So it's
Right,
not
it's possible.
so I know you like usually watching social media and we be seeing people doing things and it's be like, how them is really be doing it? Like I tell you now, it really can be done. I swear to you, bro. It can be done.
It could
All
be
it
done.
requires is a little effort.
A
Let's
little
try,
effort,
boy.
bro.
Oh God.
Let's try.
Even if it's a
And
little hard, it might be not. Nobody's expected to be good at something when they now try. Right? You're not expected to be good, but stick to the thing. You know, we always looking for the next thing, the part of least resistance now, right? But just stick to the thing. Imagine everybody say, boy, so everybody in their life start the gym, but nobody stay. But imagine if it had. You know, imagine if you do any one thing consistently for any period of time, you will get the results from it now. You know, so just do it and try with it and decide to yourself hey, what's going on. I see this as an opportunity and a way to do something, and I'm going to get this thing done. And it just you keep your head down and you know what I mean, you grind, you just grind,
grind
grind,
it,
grind. Like
grind it, grind it,
just
grind
do
it.
more now. Whatever you're doing is not enough. Just do more. You know what
So,
I mean?
Marlo, the next thing I would like to say is it's 10:15. You had a wonderful class. We have stocks at 12. So we want to get them a little breather now so that
Yeah,
they,
for
you know,
sure, for sure, for
they
sure.
could be refreshed.
For sure. All right, everybody on the live, we are 313. Big up all yourself. I appreciate all of you for being here. I will share more classes and stuff, right? So they will be able to come on and still get some value and thing. This is something I plan on doing more often. So you know what I mean. So if you're interested and being a part of this, click the link in the bio, and somebody will reach out to you and help you get started on this side. I will send like this flyer again in the story and stuff, so they get to see it. For the people who actually on the live, the ones who just tune in, and for the paid members, I appreciate all the time. I'm happy that all they're here. You know, it's been a wonderful experience, right? So thanks for the you know what I mean, the
Malo,
energy.
what's your name on TikTok there?
My name is boy is Make Money Easy. I would yeah. Laugh at
Marlo,
that.
that's gonna be my TikTok. So yeah, I'm gonna use that.
Yeah.
Make money
Make
easy.
money.
I like
So
that one.
yeah, so when it is you do look for the page. I wonder if I could can I send it here? Let me see if I could find the page and put it in the group there. When you're looking for it, it have plenty scam pages, but so don't get fooled. Mine had the most amount of followers. So
I don't see it.
all right, wonderful. It had 13,000 followers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did one day. Yeah. So as I said, I used to do all kind of things. So not just trading. I used to do the e-commerce. I bring physical products from China. Right? I used to do affiliate marketing. Like build website. Like anything. Just anything digital. I have knowledge about it. I dabble in every little thing. I dig deeper in DeFi, spot trading. I know about the futures. Like this. It's a plenty knowledge now. I say I only 30, bro. And so we are far to go. So it's a plenty things, just be around now. Go on the page and you go see all kind of thing, bro. How to ship thing cheap and thing and all kind of kicksy thing. That's thing to make money, bro. Want this money and I could do it from so down here, I good. Yeah.
And then Kixie is facts. It's facts.
Yeah, it's real thing. I think I doing it for real, bro. Right? I have the receipts to show now, bro. And anybody who know me personally know from I used to sell mango and thing on the road, dog. I do that. Laugh at that, bro. I make bro, I make $400 how they sell mango on the road, you know, man. Laugh at that.
Bro, I know I laughing at you because
Free
I
mango, you
remember
know.
I used to sell small solo and chow and thing,
Yeah,
dog.
boy. Man sleeping on them
Telling
thing,
you.
no. Just grind.
Them thing does make money,
Just
dog. You just grind
bro.
and you
Grind, bro.
create other ideas. With that being said, you know the goal would I hit the TP3 too.
Bro, that's a monster trade, bro. I vex I didn't hold on to that, boy.
Nah, that's
Crazy,
small
boy.
thing.
That's small thing. I'm
Bit
happy
by
that the
bit.
man eat.
Bit by bit, bit by bit. So guys, thanks a lot for being on. Those of you who would like to learn about stocks, 12 o'clock, TikTok. The same. You all need to join the group to get the link so you all could
Yeah,
be
let's
on
join the
these
group.
Zoom classes so
Yeah,
you
let's
all
join the
could
group.
see what's going on. Right? We have stocks at 12, so you all would learn how to invest in international stocks. Everybody around the world could invest in these stocks. So whether you're from Trinidad, whether you're from the United States, whether you're from India, whether you're from Pakistan, everybody could come and learn how to do what we're doing here. So join up the group, join the Telegram. We will see all you on the other side. Not too sure how long we will be doing the live classes for, but the VIP members, you all have everything coming to you. Every single thing coming to you. So with that being said, Marlo, I'm out.
All right, later, guys.
Yes, I'm Malo. Shalom. Thanks.
Don't know, man.